Hello guys, welcome back to Biosastra Talks. Gayatri is here with another interesting neat topic. Let's go into the topic. Have you ever wondered why the dogs are having different furs although they belong to same parents? Have you ever thought why all the human beings are having different heights although height is a character? Let us know the reason behind this. That is nothing but gene. Gene means simply we can say the basic unit of heredity which will carry characters from parent to the offsprings. Okay. Let us see where the gene is located. Here we can see some bundle-like structures. These bundle-like structures or organelles are known as the chromosomes. They will carry the copies of the genes. Okay. If we see the structure of the chromosome, it will appear X shape, which is having arms on both the sides and attached by a centromere. This centromere, the center part, will attach the side arms. These arms are nothing but chromatids. Okay, and we can observe here some coil-like structures inside this chromosome. These are nothing but genes or DNA. DNA is a basic unit of heredity, and we already know that every organisms have 46 chromosomes in their body. Means in that 46, 23 will come from mother and another 23 from the father. Means the offsprings will carry both the parental characters equally. Okay, so in that there are so many genes present in the different chromosomes, but not all the genes will have similar characters. Means some of them will code for eye color, some of them will for skin color. Okay, but due to some variations in their shapes or sizes, the genes will alter the characters when they are carried from the parent to the offspring. Those variations in the gene are nothing but multiple alleles. Alleles means nothing but copies of genes. So multiple means there are so many copies of genes. Normally a single gene contain only one or two copies, but due to the variations in their structure, they'll show multiple copies of them. These multiple copies are nothing but the multiple alleles. If we observe here, rod-like structures appear. These rod-like structures are known as homologous chromosomes. Homologous means the chromosomes which appear similar in their size and shape are nothing but the homologous chromosomes. Every one of us will carry homologous chromosomes. So that homologous chromosomes will have all the similar genes. But due to some variations, means due to some environmental conditions or due to some chemical changes that occur in the body, they change the means the genes that are present in the homologous chromosomes will change their shape or size. So they'll show different characters. Although they belong to a same gene, but they'll show different characters that are nothing but the multiple alleles. So the location of the genes, where the genes are located, is nothing but gene locus. Normally these genes are recessive in conditions. In normal conditions, they are not that much dominant because every human being will carry multiple alleles, but measure of the multiple alleles are recessive in condition, but some of the multiple alleles will show incomplete dominance. Incomplete means they are not purely recessive and they are not purely dominant. So means some of them will show some dominance over the other character, means the major character or the major gene. That condition is nothing but the polymorphism, means only the one gene which is showing so many changes. So poly means many and morphism means changes. So one gene will show so many changes in its structure. That condition is nothing but the polymorphism. This condition will lead to the variations in the characters of the offsprings. It occurs in the multiple alleles. If we simply say that the multiple alleles are nothing but a genes belong to the same, copies of the genes belong to the same character, but they'll alter due to some chemical changes. Those chemical or sudden changes are nothing but mutations. Okay. Let us know what are the characters of these multiple alleles. First of all, they'll always occur in the homologous chromosomes, as I already told you, and the same locus. Locus means position, and they'll influence only one character. Means human, for example, human eye. Means if the parents will have the black colored eyes, but the kids are having, one of them is having black one and one of them is brown one. Brown one means that the another kid is not having the parental characters. Why? Because the genes of the retina are varied due to mutations. Okay. So these multiple alleles always influence only one character. And they'll never show complementation. Means they don't fight with each other. Why? Because they belong to the same gene. Although they are copies, they belong to the same gene. That's why they don't fight with or they don't complement each other. And when we cross these genes which are having the multiple alleles in their structure, then the resultant will not be the normal offspring, as I already told you, and the resultant will be mutant. Why? Because it came from the mutations. Okay. And the F2 traits, when we cross again with this F1 with the F2, then the resultant will have monohybrid ratios. We'll discuss about this in the next slide. Okay. And last one is nothing but they'll complicate the inheritance patterns. Why? Because normally when the parents are having the black eyes, normally the kids should have only black eyes. But some of them are having brown eyes because due to mutations. That's why we cannot identify the inheritance patterns of the offsprings if that kid is having the multiple alleles in their genes. Okay, that's why they'll complicate the inheritance patterns. Okay, if we see some of the examples here, first one is the Mendel's flower color. So normally Mendel's pea plants are have white and purple flowers. Here the purple is the dominant one. Okay, and another one is nothing but the coat color here. Coat color in the rabbits. Normally coat colors appear. Coat color means every rabbit. As we know that rabbits are white color, but normally from the ancestors, rabbits are brownish in color. Remaining all are the mutants here. Means the remaining all the rabbits are came from the mutations. Okay. If we see some cross, when they crossed the albinos, means two mutants with each other. Albino is the white one and chinchilla is the gray one. And the resultant, normally it should carry any one character from the parent. But here the resultant F1 is having both the characters which are showing similar domination. So that's why it is nothing but the light chinchilla. Okay, that is nothing but the mutant here. When we again cross these mutants with each other, then the resultant will be carry both parental characters and the mutant characters. So by this we can see the phenotypic and genotypic ratios of 1:2:1, which is having both the parental and mutant characters. That's why the multiple alleles are very difficult to identify and they'll complicate the inheritance patterns. Okay. And another examples for these multiple alleles is nothing but the blood groups. Now we know that there are 4 types of blood groups: A, B, O and AB. Each letter of this blood group is nothing but the carbohydrate. Okay. So these blood groups are co-dominant to each other. To know deeply about these blood groups, we are going to discuss it in the next section. Okay. By this, we can conclude that the multiple alleles are nothing but the non-Mendelian inheritance, because they are not the normal characters or normal genes, because they came from the sudden changes. That's why these are the non-Mendelian inheritance patterns that involve more complications, and these complications may lead to some diseases or like that. Maybe like the kids are having, I just gave you some example like a human eye, but some of the multiple alleles will cause some diseases in the organisms. Okay. That's it guys. Thank you. If you like this video, just don't forget to subscribe to my channel Biosastra Talks.